On September 25, 2024, the visionary Marija Pavlovich received a message that immediately captured the deep attention and reflection of the faithful, not only in Medjugorje but worldwide. The words of the Madonna resonated deeply with everyone who heard them, reminding us that true peace can only be achieved through sincere and constant prayer. Once again, it is a call to action, not one of force or power, but the quiet, powerful action of faith. In a world increasingly divided and fragmented, the words of the Queen of Peace sound like an urgent warning. Peace lies in your hands, in your families, in your prayers. This call is not merely a spiritual invitation, but a responsibility that every believer is called to take on. What will happen if the world does not respond? The Madonna's words seem clear. True peace is possible, but it depends on our response. This message has touched the hearts of thousands of pilgrims and believers around the world, sparking a renewed wave of faith and commitment to prayer, precisely at a time when the world is becoming more uncertain and full of global challenges. Among the 6 visionaries of Medjugorje, Marija Pavlovich and Ivan Dragicevich are the only ones who continue to receive daily apparitions of the Madonna. Both have been experiencing these mystical encounters since 1981, when the apparitions began, and unlike other visionaries who have received all 10 secrets, Marija and Ivan have not yet received the last one, which allows them to continue receiving these daily visions. Marija Pavlovich, born in 1965, receives a specific message on the 25th of every month, meant for the entire world. These messages are filled with hope, but also warnings and calls to prayer, conversion, and peace. Her role is particularly significant as through her, the Madonna continues to speak to humanity as a whole. Ivan Dragicevich, on the other hand, in addition to his daily apparitions, receives extraordinary messages at particular moments in history, such as the recent message in October, in which the Madonna issued a strong warning against threats to global peace. These 2 visionaries remain a fundamental point of reference for those who follow the messages of Medjugorje and wish to understand the secrets linked to the future of humanity. The message received by visionary Marija Pavlovich on September 25, 2024, was delivered to the apostolic visitor, Archbishop Cavalli. According to the new Vatican regulations regarding the messages of Medjugorje, these must first undergo ecclesiastical evaluation. The apostolic visitor, with the help of a nun, authorized the dissemination of the message, which was then shared globally. The message of September 25, 2024, received by visionary Marija Pavlovich, is one of those moments where the words of the Madonna of Medjugorje resonate like an urgent invitation to the entire world. In a time marked by uncertainties, divisions, and global crises, the Madonna once again urges us to reconsider our relationship with prayer, which is not simply a ritual but the foundation of true peace. This message, profound and full of meaning, touches the deepest strings of the hearts of those who listen. The Madonna, with a disarming tenderness and firmness, reminds us that God loves us and has sent her to guide us toward peace. But it is a peace that begins within us. It is not superficial peace. It is not the tranquility we seek in daily routines, but a peace that comes from a sincere encounter with God. And how is this peace achieved? Only through prayer. A prayer that must be constant, true, and capable of transforming not only ourselves, but also our families, communities, and the entire world. In her message, the Madonna invites everyone not to forget that true peace, lasting and deep, can only exist through contact with God. Her words sound like a warning. The world is fragmented, and evil seems to prevail, but the solution is not found in human strength or power. It is found in turning back to God through prayer and conversion. It is not an easy task nor an immediate one, but it is the only path to true peace, the one we so deeply desire for ourselves and future generations. This message has a special significance. It places us before a choice. We can continue to live as we do, letting ourselves be swept away by daily concerns, or we can choose to take a step back and reflect on our spiritual life. What are we doing to contribute to peace? How are we using our faith to build a better future? The Madonna reminds us that our responsibility is great. The peace of the world also depends on our personal response to God's call. The Madonna's words arrive at a historical period in which wars, conflicts, and tensions were the norm, and she points us to a way out of prayer. Praying is not just talking to God, but building a relationship with Him, a dialogue that changes the heart and prepares us to face challenges with faith and hope. Marija Pavlovich's message calls us all to take a further step in our spiritual lives and deepen our commitment to prayer and peace so that we can be instruments of peace in the world. The message of September 25, 2024, delivered by Marija Pavlovich, confronts us with an urgent invitation that cannot be ignored. The words of the Madonna are filled with maternal love, yet charged with gravity. Her call to prayer and conversion is not just spiritual advice, but a fundamental request for our future and that of the world. The Madonna asks us to act now because the time for peace may slip away if we do not respond promptly. In such a delicate historical moment, when global conflicts and tensions within families seem to intensify, the Madonna warns us that peace cannot be achieved without inner change. It is not enough to seek outward or temporary solutions. We must turn our gaze toward God. This loving invitation thus becomes a call to spiritual action, a call to daily prayer, trust in God, and the will to convert to bring peace into our lives and the world. The urgency of following the Madonna's invitation lies in the fact that the current situation allows no room for hesitation. As highlighted in the message, true peace only comes from prayer and an encounter with God. This is a message that touches each of us personally. The Madonna does not speak only to the faithful of Medjugorje, but to all who are willing to listen. Ignoring this invitation, or closing our hearts to it, could lead us to live in a world increasingly distant from the peace we long for. The Madonna's invitation is an act of love, but also a great responsibility. To respond means to choose a path that requires sacrifice and dedication, but one that promises a deep and lasting peace, capable of transforming not only our lives, but all of humanity. The message of September 25, 2024, delivered by Marija Pavlovich, places us before an urgent call that cannot be ignored. The words of the Madonna are filled with maternal love, but also carry a grave tone. Her call to prayer and conversion is not just spiritual advice, but a fundamental request for our future and that of the world. The urgency to follow the Madonna's invitation lies in the fact that the present situation leaves no room for delay. As emphasized in the message, true peace comes only through prayer and an encounter with God. This message touches each of us personally. The Madonna speaks not only to the faithful of Medjugorje, but to all who are willing to listen. Closing our ears or hearts to this invitation could lead us to live in a world increasingly distant from the peace we desire so deeply. The Madonna's invitation is an act of love, but also a great responsibility. Responding means choosing a path that requires sacrifice and dedication, but one that promises deep and lasting peace, capable of transforming not only our own lives, but also the entire world. If this message has touched your heart, and you believe in the importance of spreading Madonna's words, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and click the bell for updates. Each time we share content like this, we give more people the opportunity to reflect, pray, and take a step toward peace. Help us grow this community by sharing this video with your friends, family, and anyone who could benefit from these words of hope and love. Together, we can help answer Madonna's urgent call. Thank you for being with us.